Okay, Woop, where are you? There was a club from him, I think. Was there? Woop Club? Woop Fan Club? Yeah. There's a room. Woop of the week. Campaign, yeah, Woop of the week. Let's see. Join. For me, it looks like it is happening. Here. Okay, let's try it. 2 cups at the same time. So we do here a small window. And here a small window. It's starting here, so I will start with a stunt knockout. Beautiful stunt. So I take these points and hope that they are enough to survive. While I'm waiting there, hoping that my points are good enough. They are not that great, you know, but it's first round, should be working. I mean, on the other hand, it should be kinda easy. I mean, here's no elimination, of course. But I need to learn the map as well. Like, what do you do there especially? You can just cut, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, this is now tough. Oh god, I don't know where I clicked onto. I have no idea. Did nobody else see that? So, where am I here? Why am I where I am? Ah. Yeah, I have only 1 minute there. Yeah, I think it doesn't work, guys. And now I'm out of both. Trackmania fucks up the things. Everything is fucked up. My card didn't steer. And then I thought it is action key and I clicked on the action key button, which is currently a double respawn. Nice. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So much to... Ah! It didn't steer, did you see that? It just didn't steer into the corner. I had that also in the warm-up. Wait, did I not go out? Wait, I'm in! I'm in! We play stunt knockout! That's fine. I basically only drove PF start. I only drove the PF start and finished. How am I in? I thought there were 2 knockouts, but there was just 1. Okay. Nevertheless, we will of course watch the Woop Cup. I will of course stay there and watch the other players, how they play. And how they reacted. So. Na toll, that's a wreck. Who went with a mistake, but he finished as well, I guess, I hope. I mean, it could have worked to play both cups, but it's difficult because there is not much time between the knockout rounds here. And a run in stunts is taking much longer. But yeah, the fact that I had double respawn binded on that one button, yeah, that's unfortunate. I just don't know why the card didn't steer full. I had it also in a warm-up. Happened there as well. Very good round. Very good round. I don't need to continue driving there. What is this? Yeah. Going for cuts here. Yeah. That's my PB. 587 is my PB. I drove PB in this little window. I drove a PB. I can't believe it. They make now 4 minutes each map on in the Team X knockout. So Xerxes does a ramp cut. Interesting, but then he goes over all the holes and nobody saw my cut. What the fuck? Nobody, still after the first round, nobody realized that? I thought that was so obvious. Ah, bug sliding, nice, but still bad speed. I really don't know what the best idea is for this corner. Oh, that's what happened to you. And that is what happened to Wildrot. He crashed inside there. Ending is shaky. You see, now that Voyager went up to 4 minutes per map on the stunts knockout, it would have been much easier. Look how many rounds you could drive here after you finish their one run. But still the issue is that between these knockout rounds there is just not enough time to do a stunt run. Unless you do something like I did, just a PF and then into the finish, but that shouldn't survive very long and not very often. Depends on the map, of course. So Scarlix, full inside over the hole, survives it as well. Nobody sees the cut. I can't believe that. Joel is going for a nose. No, but Joel? Huh? Ach yeah, this is the tech. Okay. Laser goes for this nose slide. It's interesting. Works out nicely. It's gonna be a close round. Scarlix can maybe catch up with a good ending, but he has a shit gear. Now he only can rely on the stairs uphill. The other two close together could be an interesting final as well. And Scarlix with a mega nice horn again out in 3rd place. So we have a final Xerxes versus Laser. Yeah, I have a favorite in this final. The Laser actually caught up quite a lot. Oh my god! Oh ho ho! Oh ho! Yo! Xerxes super happy that he won finally. But holy shit, that was a comeback, man. Nice risk. Nice risk. So. Team X United stunt knockout. So now I can explain a bit how does this actually work. What do I do here? You don't want to finish with 0 points. So you have to gather points before you finish. No, that is selection 1. So basically you do stunts. You see them in the central part of the screen, what kind of stunts I do. And stunts give you points. These points depend on several things. Let me get a run first. Oh, better than nothing. So basically, a stunt gives you points on how long do you have air time. The longer you're on the air, the more points it will give you. Important in basically all of the stunts is that you manage to do exactly at the landing, exactly a 180, 360, 540 or so degree jump. This is then a straight jump like this one that I just did. A straight jump gives you way more points than just a random jump where you land somehow. If you press the same buttons, through the whole jump. Oh wait, we can do something cool. Yo. If you press the same buttons during the whole jump and you land straight, which means exactly 180, 360 or so degrees, then it's a master jump. A master jump, how the fuck am I only 5th with that? A master jump, you see in the top left, I'm 16th on this map and we played it multiple times already. 60th local and then I'm only 5th now. What the fuck? So we have good players today. Good stunt players are here. So master gives you even more points than straight, but master is very difficult to achieve. Next one, here you see a chained rolling madness, so also more points you get if you manage to make a chain of stunts. A chain means that one stunt follows closely to the other, then you can start a chain that gets higher and higher and gives you more points. Other than that, of course, the more spins you do, no, the more turnarounds you do in the air, the better it is. But you see, whenever I respawn, I lose 50 points of my points that you see in the right. 132, 82, and now you see that on the bottom I have 0.00 time left. When the time runs out, I can't score any points, instead I will lose points. So you really wanna be quick with finishing. There is, however, one trick. You can respawn after the time ran out and not get minus 50 points. So instead of respawning and then finishing with minus 50, you can wait until the timer runs out, then respawn with minus 0, and then only lose the few points that you need from the respawn to the finish. So that's less than 50. Because 50 points means 5 seconds late finish. And you often have a finish right beside the checkpoint. The maps basically were planned to be like that. Yeah, then it also heavily depends on how many points you get. It heavily depends on what stunt you do. There are 3 basic jumps: spin, flip, and roll. Each of these basic jumps has then more extra bigger jumps that give you more points, more special jumps. Most of them have some other part, like a flip that has then also a roll, like both basically, a mix of a flip and a roll, but more a flip. Then all of that has the names. The best jumps that you can have for the most points are spinning chaos, rolling madness, and flipping mix. Those are the 3 top jumps. What you have to know is that when you drive, yeah, this is a backflip, now a freestyle, master, spin, off. All the maps start with PFs and flipping mix, so we did multiple of these jumps already from good jumps. Now comes a flip. Whenever you have a quarter pipe jump, it's aerial or alley-oop, depending on in which direction you turn your car. This is an alley-oop. Now I will make an aerial where I jump to the right and also turn my car to the right. In an alley-oop I jump to the right but turn my car to the left. And this is now the crucial part, the crucial jump in this. So, naja, usually you want to do one more jump, but I didn't have the time. Look, the last 3 with 0 points, they all are shown red. That's why I thought that there are 2 KOs when I actually survived. Naja, so when you always do the same stunt, then you make less points. So always doing the same stunt gives you less and less points. So you wanna have different stunts. So alley-oop. Landing straight. Straight is always important. On such easy jumps at least, but generally as well. $968. This is 6 points short of my PB. You see, I'm 1 point short of Zuchtmeister, whoever that is, and then close ahead of Voyager. This is one of my best maps though. And it's high level today, it's gonna be difficult to survive long. Once we get a rally map, I will struggle strongly. Yeah, what else did I not say about stunts? When you don't land on your tires, then the stunt is shit. You always want to land on your tires. If you land on your roof, then you only get a wreck. A wreck is basically nothing. You don't get many points for wreck. There's then a spinning wreck, of course. There is a rolling wreck and a flipping wreck. And if you just do a straight jump, then it's just basic jump. That gives also barely any points. But it gives you a chain. Like even such a small straight jump gives you 1 chain. So can also be important. Yeah, flipping wreck. Unfortunate. So when I start, you see now in the bottom, I have 45 seconds for the run. Yeah, until I lose points. So you of course always want to use the full time and do as many stunts as possible. Sometimes you of course want to use more than the time, so that you then do a respawn after the timer ran out. And on the right side, below my score, you see that how much time I have on the server before the map is finished. So I of course have to finish before the timer runs out as well. So this is not a straight spinning chaos, and that is unlucky, because that would give me way more points. But here, straight jump, that was good, but I lose no time or points because I'm too late. Zuchtmeister's Black you. Oh, okay. How dedicated is the stunt community? Yeah, there are still some around. Also thanks to this cup. So I have bad and good environments here, also or tracks as well. Stadium is of course usually a bit better for me, even though Stadium has also some maps where I'm not as good, or some maps that are just random, like everyone can get knocked out there. This here is a map where, yeah, it's a bit unclear. But I should, at this point, still make it, I think. Oh nice, I got a straight rolling madness. A chain, another basic jump chain, and another basic jump chain, and our amazing flip right here. Yeah, that did not really work out. This ending is the important part. But I will finish this. 717, at least something. You have to look what kind of stunts do you do in the press forward. It was a flipping mix and I think rolling madness, and you in theory don't want to do them again. But I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, this is a rolling madness. I can't really. Spin off. Nice. This was nothing. Aha. Land on your tire, please. Basic jump only. This was a basic jump, guys. Well, I thought there was at least half a flip in there, but no. Yeah, and I'm actually a bit in danger so far on this map because I didn't get a lucky ending yet. I mean, we have only good players on the server, so it is dangerous. Yeah, give me a better landing, man. Come on. I feel in danger. I definitely can get last here. This is I need an improvement maybe. Chances high that I need one. Man, nothing happens here. Usually the car shall do a flip on the water border. A nice 360 flip. And then it uses the rotation to make even more flips. At the at this quarter pipe part. Five points more. Because I did one stunt more, but I really did not get anything through. Reaper didn't get me, 747, he stays behind. And the time runs out for Sipake and the tank. You can of course also drive wherever you want on the track, yeah? I followed now the track, but you can also jump out. There's often also the idea, you jump out somewhere, then you respawn for minus 50 points, but you got way more points before. No? And then you go to the finish with other stunts. Yeah, I also would have wished that they continued that. So this is another decent map for me. Once we go to a rally environment, then it looks very, very bad, because then it's pure luck if I get a good score or not. So this was only a frag, the back flip. So I landed the jump. It's always important. You have to land your jump before your timer runs out. Otherwise you don't get any points. And the time is very close on this map. I will not make it. this was not a straight landing, which is not really optimal. But yeah, I never understood this jump, to be honest. I never understood why I can't really get a full rotation. I should make 2 kind of flips, but they don't come. I will now try to actually turn when I jump off. Yeah, and then happens this. But I did it wrong as well. I did it wrong. Doesn't work. So I'm 5th of 8. It has so much rotation early on, and then it just stops, you see? But I can do this and then a flip. Then more. Ah. I have to restart. I am exactly in time for one more try. Can't really do an aerial. How did I do the map the other times? Can abort the flip here. Oh nice, I got a backflip and a flip. Oh, I finished. This Trackmania united forever. So now it becomes difficult because we have, I mean, I don't know Pekka, but the other players are all good. Either stunt players or good players in general. And this map here is very, very difficult to get right. So Coast has a interesting driving physics. You can, on boosters, get this incredible amount of speed by wiggling. The interesting thing is, you might think that I drive backwards here, but I don't. You have to get onto the booster while driving forwards. You have to press forwards. I'm not sure if I land on an island there. I have no time as well. Look, my time runs out already now. So you have to get backwards onto a booster while pressing forward button. While pressing acceleration. This is how coast backwards driving works, and then wiggle. And I always have to think in which direction do I actually have to steer. It's sometimes difficult to get right. Yeah, and especially I struggle with the landings there. I land, and now I was pressing a button and I was immediately turning around, but I want to of course stay backwards, you know. And otherwise, the difficulty on this map, the precision, you have to hit the jumps. That's difficult enough already. And then it's difficult on this map that the time is so short. You have to finish, you have to land this last jump. That's really important, that you land your last jump. Land, 3, 2, 1. I got points at least. But people are very good. You see already now, I'm actually only 5th, and Zuchtmeister, who was dominating the other tracks, didn't even drive into the finish yet. So I'm in heavily big danger if I don't improve. The Zuchtmeister is now in front of me, and now it's only Zipperke that is between me and the knockout. And there you see how, like stunt players, yeah, whenever they drive a coast map, basically mostly all of those coast maps have exactly that feature here. So for them it's quite normal to drive backwards like this, they do that quite often. For me it is something that I basically only do now. And I struggle to be consistent in that. And that makes it difficult for me to get some runs into the finish. Now I'm already happy if I just get one run with all stunts. I'm already happy with that. But now it's about getting good points as well, not just making a run. That's unfortunate. Yeah, now I have to pray that Zipperke doesn't improve. I mean, you can see how easy you can lose it. The finish was now also in the way, kind of. The thing is that my time was again short. I had to do a very low jump in the end if I wanted to be in time to land it. Nico, 1,400, that's pretty good. Oh, do I survive? It looks good, I survived. Aye. Yeah, I see. So now it will become very difficult for me because we end up on the rally map. So here you wanna do an aerial or alley-oop even though it looks like a spin. Well, this was now a spin. Yeah, this is the wrong way around. Alley-oop. So. Nice, a roll. I got a roll. Gonna finish it. So the problem with rally, I told you beforehand that on rally it is important that that is generally in stunts important to not always do the same stunt. The problem in rally is that the main stunt that you can do with this car is a spin. And the spin does not give you a lot of points then anymore, because you always do the spin. Just a spin, every time. So every stunt that you get in rally that is not a spin will actually get you much more points. Especially when you have a high chain ongoing. This is the reason why you want to definitely somehow get an alley-oop. An area, this is now special in this map. In other maps, these are not common stunts that you do with this car. But I can't get it now here. But in those jumps, and you will see them on every single rally stunt map, these jumps against these grasses, there are tricks how you can actually turn the car to get a... Now I got, for example, also a roll, or to get a spin-off, or to get something else. This is basically what you want. Not sure what I'm doing wrong. I just can't get the alley-oop. I've only got it once. Usually I get it often. This is not the issue on the track for me. Usually. Ah, okay. No idea what the reason was. I mean, the good thing is that I actually got a 400 run, and it seems to work out actually. Seems to be enough. I had one roll in that run. Pekka's out. Pekka was not the one where I didn't really knew. Who it is. And that's why I think he is maybe the easiest to beat, so it's not good that he is the one who's out. Now we try for map by Black-Q himself, so if Black-Q is Suchtmeister, then it might be that we skip it. Because we skip maps from the map author himself, within the top 5 at least. However, I don't really care here. I would like to try for a stadium map. I have nothing against it. This map here was heavily dependent on that first jump, I remember. Ah, wait, in the chat it says skipping, because still participating. Ah. This is actually not Black-Q's map anymore. It went so quick. He lost a bit of time now. As I said, the first stunt here is the important one. I will now only do one rotation. Unlucky. I mean, this is a flip. It has to be a flip. I don't know how it continues. I have to do a run. Again, a rolling frag. Ah, I hate that start. The start is really shit on this map. But I need to finish the run. I need to see how it continues. So we have here an alley-oop. Releasing to land late. Then this. And this. And this. And finish. So, but I'm last now because I didn't get a stunt in the start. This is... I think only one rotation is fine. But better than that. How do you land that? How much time do I have? 40 seconds I need, okay. Ah. I got unlucky. Ah, out. I got a land bug, and then my speed was missing. My PB is 803, that would be easily enough. Ach Mann. What was the map name? But we know, guys, 5th place is the charm at the moment, right? To be honest, today it would have been super difficult to win. It is very map dependent always. Ah, here's the finish as well, I didn't even know that. So we have Zuchtmeister, like Black Hue in 1st place, Voyager on 2nd, Chardox and Nico is currently on this run. Yeah, Woop Cup doesn't count. So Nico is at the finishes. He lands here, but there is no finish. So this was not really optimal. Chardox. Ah, wait. Nico. I'm confused. Did he finish somewhere? Chardox is in last. So he's coming now towards the quarter pipes. Why is it Marius 5? Because Twitch is just giving me that. Like I can't decide myself what it is until I am partnered. When I'm partnered, I can decide myself how the prefix is before the emotes. But as an affiliate only, I can't decide. It just gives me something, and it gave me Marius 5. No, it does not have to do with any cups. I couldn't get anything different. I can't even change that. So it's very close. 513, 502. Neko is on his last attempt, most likely, and this looks very weird, what he's doing there. So he might not improve, so this is Shardok's last attempt to actually overtake Neko. Neko would be out then, Shardox, however, has a bad landing and will not make it. My PB here is 548. I would have been in danger here as well. Let's see if Voyager will improve. Oh, yeah, these quarter pipe jumps are just a bit random. So this is a very boring map. Basically, when you have a booster and a half pipe in the snow environment, then it is the best that you always go forwards, backwards, because you can do many jumps in a short amount of time. So this is basically what you want to do. Always forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. You want to always switch around with how many, like in the end, you want to have the same amount of alley-oops and aerials. Because if you always do alley-oop or always do aerial, it's worse. However, one thing that you should know is that an alley-oop gives more points than an aerial. So if you have an uneven number, basically, of jumps that you do, then it's better to have one alley-oop more than an aerial. Black Hue's just going somewhere completely else. This is not a line. Because here you can also only do spins. Nothing special. But Black Hue has more points than my PB with that. Huh? How is that possible? why did that work? What the fuck? Okay, why is this line so good? He's only doing spins in the end. It should be worse than... 372. We have 1 point difference between Neko and Voyager. And yeah, my PP is 377. They are a bit short of that, but very close overall. Black Hue's listening the stream. So he said that he is mastering most of his jumps. While this is maybe a bit more difficult to do with the alley-oops and aerials. Even though I still would think it's possible to do there. I'm still confused. I thought that the spins are way too weak. And it's only like 2 jumps in this amount of time. But he gets good points consistently with that. So it is a solution. So Neko is now in danger. Voyager, 2 points short of my PB. Neko needs to improve himself by 11 points. Maybe also by 10 points enough. We'll see what the game would do then in this moment. It's RIP. So what happened here to Neko? When you land with a forward skier and you roll backwards, the steering is often inverted. Sometimes it also isn't. Like I always forget it because I don't play stunt often enough. I always have to first steer and see in which direction my car actually goes. And then I can react on it. It's always difficult to get control over that. So Neko basically landed already a bit sideways and on the side of the road. And the car decided just to go into the wrong direction. He was of course trying to steer to the other direction, but sometimes it just doesn't work. You know, maybe also when you do in Stadium a flip from forwards into backwards and you land in a slide, and no matter if you press left or right, you always go into one side. Naja. So there was actually barely any rally, but still difficult to get that far. Black Hue and Voyager are in the final, and I had this map as well in the final already. I think I lost it, I believe. With a good run though. Naja, it's a tough map. We will see now Voyager's run. Basically, there's not a lot happening for a long time. You do a very big jump here, alley-oop. You can even release in the jump so to have more air time. He goes... Well, that was a mistake. He just full speeded down there and didn't even land straight. So basically you want to go slower down, land straight, and then you take one of these ramps to make such a stunt here, land nicely, then you get another time red boosts, and then you do another stunt. And what I know, as I don't play stunt a lot, But I never really figure out is which direction do I have to land that it is actually a straight landing. Yeah, how exactly needs the car to be turned around. So the first point score is 867 by BlackQ, which is not as good. My PB is quite ahead of that, so there is definitely more possible. Will not be enough to win, I guess. Voyager finishing now 764. So what you do is, at these quarter pipes here, you jump off from the bottom part, while at these quarter pipes here, you jump out from the top, and here you can get the biggest amount of a spin rotation. But it is then still not a spin that you do, because in the moment that you jump off, you do yeah, also a little roll or flip, so you always get a very nice big jump, like a spinning chaos, I guess. And that is yeah, one of the best jumps that you can have. And you get so much rotation that it gives you a lot of points. So we have now first Voyager and then BlackQ landing. BlackQ is now going for way more speed here, lands it very smooth. Now he jumps actually from the lower part, but because he was in a drift, he still got a good rotation. And both will come now. No, Voyager is somewhere else. So BlackQ lands. Does he have time for that? He goes for another stunt. 963. That is ahead of my PB. So he had enough time to do one extra jump. That is interesting. Voyager landing. And finishing with 919. Also a good score for Voyager, but not enough. And now he is now basically in need to improve this. But it will be not easy. It is of course possible. The world record is still over 100 points further ahead of BlackQ's run. You wonder where, but we sadly don't see the stunts that they do. So we don't see if they maybe fucked up a straight or something. Even though I believe they both got that at least. So Voyager's now taking the middle ramp as he jumps from the lower part. It makes no difference. He will land right here, and he has also enough time to maybe do one more jump. I think it's not enough. Yeah, 917 it was, and this is then the GG for BlackQ, who is himself also on a run to improve further. He has good rotation in the car, but he lands a bit far in the middle, far away from the finishes, you know. He needs some time now to get to a quarter pipe. Yeah. Oh, it was a PB. He actually waited until the timer ran out. He actually got, without the last jump, more points. Interesting. No. The dirt bounce here is a bit random. Do we not do any twists? I have to check. Yeah, if it's normal then I will not participate, but I will see. Yeah, just a normal race knockout, but this is just fun, so the result doesn't really get posted in Discord, doesn't really count. No, it's just the KTLC map pack. Yeah, what the fuck? He has slash stunts to win 27 coppers and then it doesn't work. Naja. Because, probably because it's close to an admin command. Okay, we do a keyboard twist. I mean, Black Hue is, I think, used to keyboard Voyagers. Well, I'm not, but... Then is this our twist. So. Was hier? Ah. Lol. It could have gone much worse than that. Wait, we have so many DNFs. Also, well, down to top 7. Everyone is back in the knockout. Timeout was too short. I don't know what the timeout was, but it felt not so short. Maybe I should drive keyboard in the next leagues. Yeah, I forgot already. But I'm not the only one when I see my position. Yeah, when I play with keyboard, I have 2 issues with that. One issue is my hands are much bigger than when I used to play a lot keyboard in Trackmania, which was in like 2004, 2005. There I still had smaller hands, and I use a technique where I use only the arrow keys with both hands. And it is a bit difficult to hit the brake button nicely. And at the moment I just don't want to brake. I just want to go without braking, to be honest. The other issue, however, is that even if I wanted to brake, in Stadium, I just can't. You know that several keyboards have that issue, that when you press 3 arrow keys at the same time, especially in my case it's forwards, backwards, also basically accelerating, braking and to the left, then it does not work. You might know that problem, then the computer does not do that third input. Which means in Stadium where you need that, where you have drifts to the left, drifts where you also accelerate, I can't do them on keyboard. Island with keyboard is of course very difficult. Definitely not the fastest device to play it. However, this map is very keyboard friendly. Oh, Zuchtmeister. I mean, he will overtake there. He still got 4th. Old bot 5th. It's a little twist that the pro players here just do. Usually the second knockout in the Team X knockouts is always a fun one with a twist. However, today the twist is only that we play this map pack here, these maps. Usually we don't have a knockout on these. And so we came up with keeper driving, but there are way more interesting twists. Like we had several ideas. For example, you have to someone that is already knocked out writes a word into the chat, and every player has to write that word before he finishes. Like we get to know the word during the round somewhere, and before we finish we have to type that word into the chat. Only when it's correct written, then we can finish. So it's a mix of fast driving and then also the word typing. Then we have the mode Unlucky Second, where in every single round the second place gets knocked out, not the last place. However, if there are no finishers, like if there are DNFers, then the second place will survive and only the DNFers go out. If you then now start thinking, how does such a round look like when you play Unlucky Second? You have one guy in the lead, and he will get that first place and is safe. But only one guy can get first, and whoever finishes after him would be second and would be out. So nobody of all the other drivers is allowed to finish. Because if he finishes, then everyone else finishes behind and he's out. So every player wants to finish as late as possible before the timer runs out. So it is about how late do you actually drive into the finish. Yeah, you have to risk basically the timer. You have to be the last one, or at least not the first one from all the players that wait, to get into the finish line. Yeah. And yeah, in some rounds there are of course people too late and DNF, and then the second place guy will survive. But if everyone comes through, because everyone of course has to come through, because when you're too late then you're definitely out. So everyone has of course the will to get through in time into the finish. But if you save that too much, then you can be out. Let me actually check something. Can you see here? Yeah, good enough. I mean, naja. Has to be good enough, right? Yeah, one set of final against YG, I think. I definitely had a final. But we have way many other cool twists, so we were really creative with that. Upsala. Yeah, earlier it wasn't, but now. I really don't have any space to get my thumb onto the brake, but usually I was braking with the thumb. You can of course also just do one-hander, but then I have the feeling, also not optimal. I don't know. And earlier the keyboards had also much thicker keys, like very high keys. And I think that was actually often better. It's a very keyboard friendly map as well. But yeah, remembering where to go is really a difficulty. Especially on such a map, where you always have to do these short air brakes each transition. I really, it's hard to do with my technique now. I kinda just want to drive without a brake button, to be honest. Of course, keyboard world record. Let's see if I can get some more light. Again, Bay. What's this? Dude, is this correct? Yo, what the fuck? Oh. What the fuck is this map? basically here is one part. When I got up, the idea is to stay left. It seems like, yeah. Hope I remember the way. I'm not sure what's coming up here after the hairpin already. That was the worst topic that I could get. But we are 6 players and I'm 5th. So it looks alright. Fourth. Oof, Nico in danger. So now it gets interesting, top 5. Naja, soon it gets even more interesting. We are basically 4 strong players. And Kuba, who is very strong in Lagoon, but we are not playing Lagoon now. This is a tap environment. Ja, cool. Hello, Gom. The wheel cup is over though. The stunts knockout. Now we do race. The pro players said, okay, we do a twist to it. So we play with keyboard. The second knockout is always just a fun knockout. Fifth is a charm, but today, in this knockout, I will get into the top 4. Oh no, again desert, and now we just saw that they are all 3 are very good in desert. In all the other environments it was survivable, but desert is difficult. Maze or Smurf gives Apfelflappen for Pupa, nice. So, hairpin. Another one. Aha. Yeah. This in transition I have to remember. Whoa! That's dangerous. I don't remember that I ever played this map. So, top 4. This is now the round. The interesting round. What a race! Yo, we KOed Black Youth. Woo. No, my left hand is only steering left. My right hand is is doing everything else. But my left hand is only doing the left. So yeah, it is not the most common technique. But I don't really reach the brake button with my right hand. Like earlier when my hands were smaller that worked, but now I have no chance. So basically I just don't brake. At least not together with accelerating. Didn't remember a lot from the map. Okay. Okay, top 3 against Voyager and Neko. Gonna be difficult. But Neko was beatable in several rounds. Ah, the end was good, but yeah, that one drift was shit. Yeah, I had it basically after the start, and then that one slide out at a bad moment, and then others followed. Really? Is this a transition that you should do? Nice map for Voyager, to be honest. Voyager versus Neko. Both make this jump and both make this jump. And it's still very close together. Oh, Voyager inside pole. Remains in the lead, just barely, out of Neko. Still equal. We close into the end of the map. Neko with a nice tap. Overtakes, but Voyager will take the inside line and he survives it. Nah. How did Neko not see it? But he was also jumping way too far. The thing is just that Voyager actually also survives that line. I mean, I also survived it in the warm-up. And saw how bumpy it is though. Can easily go wrong. Ah, yeah.